What is up, guys? Jake from One Hive here with the next Coffee and Clash episode. As always, I will not be responding to comments in the comments section of this video, but please leave me questions for future Coffee and Clash episodes. Also, speaking of responding to comments, not sure what's going on, something buggy with YouTube, but there is just a certain number of comments out there that will simply not let me reply to them. They have the reply button, I tap out the response, I hit the button, and it just doesn't post it. I don't know what's going on. So if you've got a comment in the last few days that just hasn't gotten a response, that's it, guys. I've tried, I've caught up. It's just not letting me. So I apologize. Hopefully, whatever that is, YouTube will fix and it will be able to fix it. And I'll be able to respond in the future. Maybe you can leave the question again sometime. So sorry about that, but into the Coffee and Clash. Now, the first one I want to talk about is sort of clearing something up from last Coffee and Clash video, and that was when I had the question about the LP3, is it Chiron or Chiron, however you say that, war, and I said that what Spencer $23 had said, and I got a lot of posts from guys from LP3, and I think some of them were a little bit put back by what I said, and I want to clear the air and let you guys know that I didn't mean anything negative by it. The first one we got here was from, let's see here, Gentabola Call. Why do you guys do this to me? Gentabola Call. I'm from LP3 and we don't think you mod. Whenever we have players who are having difficulties with 3-star attacks, one of the most common tips is, quote, go to One Hive how-tos. And by the way, that's how I found your channel. About the arranged matchup, I don't think people here would be interested because we'd probably get crushed as you predicted, but give us a little bit of time and the outcome might be surprising. Hey, I'm with you guys, and I don't want you to think that I was trying to disrespect LP3. I'm a huge supporter of you guys. Any clan that is making that transition, that started off not founded as a war clan, as a 3-star clan, but has taken that journey and made the decision to go towards that, I am your biggest supporter. So please don't think I was talking bad about you guys. I absolutely was not. You probably are just simply at an earlier stage in the 3-star game than we are, and there's nothing wrong with that either. There's no disrespect there. It's just we've been doing this for a long time. You guys are just getting into it. So again, love you guys at LP3. No disrespect meant. However, here's the post that was made that I was referring to, and I think it's pretty clear here. We'll read what Spencer said. And by the way, I don't have anything against Spencer $23. If I got my feelings hurt every time someone told me that we modded, I'd be in the corner crying all day. Every day I get told this. So this, again, nothing against Spencer, nothing against LP3, just clearing the air of what was actually said and my response to it. Right here, he was talking to Dr. Boomclash when he had suggested the war. He said, there is a fair way to arrange such a war, and I would gladly arrange an LP team to take part. We would happily challenge One Hive. All raids would have to be done within 10 minutes of the start of the war. That means jamming troops. There will always be excuses that, quote, we wouldn't get time to plan our raids. It's not, quote, planning that time is needed for. A good attacker can plan how to beat a base in 10 minutes. If they cannot, well, no comment. I think it's very clear what he's implying there, and he went on below that into some other comments to say more plainly what he was implying, but I think everyone knows what he means. He is under the impression that we're a modding clan, but that's, you know, again, that means nothing because everyone that doesn't know anything about modding thinks that. Go ask the Black Lodge if they think we mod. You know what I mean? It's people don't know what they're talking about. We're clearly a Fairplay clan. Could we have a closet modder? Of course we could. If we find them, they'll be gone, whether it's mid-war, mid-attack, whatever. We have zero tolerance, and that's all we can do. So, again, nothing against LP, nothing against Spencer, just responding to the comment that was posted. There you guys saw it. Moving on. Goodness gracious, I gotta start reading these names before I pick the comments. Sank Osmercan. Hey Jake, I've been following the channel for around 2 months by now, and I see you are covering some of One Hive guys more than others. Firstly, how do you choose which attacks to show? Secondly, do you keep track of whose attack you show? And finally, do you feel like a guilt trip thinking like, oh, I didn't show this guy's attacks at all? Yeah, I know it kind of does seem like that, like some guys do reoccur, but here's the thing, and what I've always told people is that I look at these these attacks that we do as the test bed. You know, if it can be done on a maxed or a very high level Town Hall 9, then it can be done on any Town Hall 9. An attack that can be successful on a low Town Hall 9 with Town Hall 8 defenses and things like that, lower level heroes, might not, even with a good attacker, might not be able to 3-star that maxed out Town Hall 9 base. So this is really where it's proven. So I just usually show the higher end Town Hall 9s. Now that turns out that a lot of times the same guys are hitting the higher bases because they're the ones with higher level heroes and higher up on the map, and it just sort of works out that way. It's nothing against the lower guys. I don't see the advantage of showing the lower attacks because, again, it just opens up room for more errors, more leniency in how you plan the attack. The very high level ones have to be perfect in all aspects to get that 3-star, and that's what we're all striving for. Go watch the video I did called 3-starring as a new Town Hall 9. And it talks more about this and it explains it in a little bit more detail. But that's why it sort of happens. It's nothing against the guys. I try to spread it out. No, I don't keep track of who I show. I just pick my favorite attacks and go from there. Angel Barajas. Angel's Toys. Okay. Your coffee and Clash. Have you ever caught anyone in the clan modding? I'll get the modding questions out of the way because I always get modding questions in these videos. And yes, we have. We boot them immediately. In fact, the only ones that I can remember that we actually caught in one hive, we actually booted them before they ever did their attacks in the war. And I think one time it was a very, very close war, but that's what zero tolerance means. It's not just when it's convenient for us to allow it or not allow it. If we catch you, you're gone. There was actually a co-leader that had been a co-leader for like a year in 2.0. Got caught, accidentally posted a picture with the symbol on there. Boom, he was out in moments. So no one gets an exception. There's no passes. There's no, it's just the way it is, guys. We have caught a few, not many, honestly. I think I only remember about 3, and they were all removed immediately. Josh Riley. Hey, Jake, I have a question concerning modding. I guess we'll get these out of the way, only a couple of them. I know this is a pretty shitty subject, to be perfectly honest, but I'm interested because I didn't know modding was so prevalent until pretty much when I listened to the Saturday Night Hive podcast episode with you and that guy Perkins. So my question is, what do you think will be the result, outcry, whatever, if Supercell did something to completely stop modding tomorrow? Do you think that Supercell would lose a lot of people in their game? And if so, would Clash lose momentum? Curious for your thoughts. Love the coffee and Clash vids and all your vids in general. Keep it up from Content Lab subscriber. Hey man, thanks for the support, Josh. And no, I don't think Clash would lose momentum. In fact, I think it would gain momentum. Let's say, I've always talked about this, let's say that the top 1,000 players in the world, both in clan wars and in trophy pushing, are all modders. They all use it. And tomorrow it doesn't work anymore. Or I actually asked a modder, I said, what would you do if tomorrow Supercell come out and said, okay, we've got the list, we know how to track it, we can tell who's modding, who's not. You've got 24 hours to uninstall it. Anybody we catch 24 hours from now is permabanned. Would you uninstall it and play the game straight up, or would you quit the game? And he said he'd quit the game, he'd sell his account and quit the game. And to me, again, let's say that there's 1,000, let's say that there's 20,000 top of it, which is ridiculous, but of the top mod pushers and the top war players that do it, and they all quit the game tomorrow. We lost 40,000 Clash of Clans players. More people downloaded the game in about half a day than just left the game. It would not hurt Supercell at all. In fact, it would revive the community. It would be less toxic. It would be less hate spewed all over the place, and it would bring back the beautiful aspect of the game, which is you get one try. So no, I don't think it would hurt at all. I wish it would happen. I don't think it ever will, but absolutely not. I think it would be great for the game. Sam Ware. Hey Jake, Sam here. Serious question for the next Coffee and Clash episode. Do you think mentioning those haters and trolls in your videos will encourage even more of these, quote, people to do the same? I wouldn't even think about their comments for 1 second. Greetings and have a nice day. Hey, thanks, Sam. And I know what you're saying. You don't feed the trolls. That's rule number 1. But honestly, most of these guys that you see on here are banned. They can't even comment on my videos anymore. So it's not a big deal. I just have a little fun with them. Let them know that it doesn't get to me. It doesn't bother me, because it truly doesn't. And that's why I think I get so few Most of the ones that I get, I've shown you guys, whether on Twitter or these videos. It just doesn't bother me. I'm too old for it, I guess. I don't know. Speaking of, Vicente Cisneros, Coffee and Clash question: why am I better than you at war? That's a great question, and probably just a number of things. I'm not good at this game. You're awesome. I'm not good looking. You are very attractive. I smell bad. You have a pleasant odor. All of these things probably contribute to you being better than me at war. So it's a multifaceted answer, but that is how I look at it anyway. So hope that helps. Ovidiu Simeon. Again, you guys in these names, I think you're just making stuff up. Oh, look here, really looking forward to you saying my name. Yeah, exactly. I think you guys are doing this on purpose. My question is, I finally made it to Town Hall 10 from a max Town Hall 9. Awesome, man. And I'd like to know what would be the best strat to 3-star any Town Hall 9. I've seen some Go Laloon in Elite Wars like EWCA versus TRL. Is it the best strat? Yeah, I think if you're dipping down, I would say go Laloon simply because of this. Even though you have those bigger camps, you get more spells, all those things, if you screw up on your hog pathing, you still are going to be toast. You're going to make bacon, and that raid's over. With Go Laloon, there's only so many black bombs. There's only so many things that can go wrong. If you just sort of muscle it down, take out a few air defenses if you can with your kill squad, or even if you just need to go CB and kill the queen, one air defense, think about the number of balloons and the lava hounds you can bring if your deployment's spot on. It's pretty hard to screw up. So I would say probably that's the safest route to go. Eugene, hashtag, hey Jake, I'm your super fan. Awesome, dude. Thanks for the support. My question is, for the next Coffee and Clash, are you ever planning to make live videos in camcord? Many other YouTubers like Galadon, Chief, and Molt are making videos in camcord. Camcord is where you live stream videos where we watch and you play it. It's cool to see you making live videos. I look forward to it. Many thanks. Don't forget to remind me to suck less. Yeah, definitely. Twitch or camcorder or whatever, I think I would enjoy it. It's simply a time thing for me. There's just you guys don't understand. I mean, here it is. It's 1:50 a.m. right now, and I'm doing a video for you guys. When I'm done answering these questions, I've got to edit it. I've got to get it ready, and then I've got to upload. So I won't be in bed till very late. And I haven't. It's not like I've just been chilling. I get home, take care of the baby, spend some time with the wife, eat dinner. They go to bed, and I get to work. So until I would have to abandon, or it would severely cut into my time for the videos, and I feel like I'll help more people. While I might enjoy that, I help more people with videos than I ever could with a couple hundred people, tuning in to watch me stream. So probably not anytime in the near future. Amen. Denza. Hey Jake, huge fan here. Been one for a while now. I wanted to ask, are you planning on going to ClashCon this year? If not, do you think you'll ever go? Man, I don't guess I will be going this year. For those of you guys that listen to the podcast, you already heard this, but I did get a tentative invite from Supercell about a month and a half ago now, saying, talking to me about the war panel that they are having now, which is strange to me. They said that the itinerary was not finalized, but that they would like to have me speak there. They'd fly me over, etc. Of course, I graciously accepted. I was super pumped. But since then, I've not heard from them. It's like I've emailed them a few times just asking for clarification, especially after I saw that they were doing the war panel. So I don't know. I'd love to go. I'm not going to go and just sort of be a fan there. But if they wanted me to participate in it, I would absolutely do it. So it doesn't look like it's going to happen. We're about a month out and no word. So I can't imagine them, coming back at this point. But who knows? Maybe next year. Raw Guy Run. How is it that you guys are able to come up with a game plan and draw on the screen? I've been watching for a while, and question has always been in the back of my head. Hey man, that's a good question. Go to the video I did a long time ago, actually, the tools of a successful war clan, and it's going to talk about all the different ways that we do plan our attacks and draw them out, all that good stuff. So go check that out. Taco. Hey Jake, love the channel. Quick Q&A. Do you think that did you think that after the last update with the poison spell and the fact that people changed their CC troops, that getting 3 stars on a max down on it became easier? I do think that, and now with this next update, I think it's going to be even easier. You guys are going to see in the background here some live attacks, or some attacks from this since the update, and that poison spell is legit. It still works on skeletons and at the back end. It still works on balloons, or even if you have small troops in there, guys. It only takes 3, 4, maybe 5 seconds, and they're gone. If they're beating on your golem and your queen and your wizards haven't made it up there yet, that's not that much damage. That's what 3, 4 maybe attacks before they die. I think this is, I think it's gotten easier, and I think with this last update, it's going to get even more, even easier from there. Desaya COC. Hey, Jake, we are closing in on 200 whirlwinds. Awesome, man. And our war clan has been together for a very long time. As our clan is getting more popular, we are getting more requests, and their profiles are very good, but not always do their profiles and bases match their attacking abilities. Do you think making a feeder clan would be the way forward to train these players and become solid 3-star attackers, and then put them forward to our main clan, as we do reject a lot of players, as we have to be pretty picky to protect our warlock? But we would have accepted them if we weren't on such a good war run. What are your thoughts on how to run a feeder in the training clan? Okay, good question, long question. Congrats on the record, and keep it up. But here's the deal. If you are to the point where you are attracting enough quality players to field 2 teams, basically, to have 2 clans, then yes, it's a great system, because you do get to have sort of the cream of the crop in your main clan, and then work your way. The other guys get to work their way up and learn a little bit and build up in the other clan. However, if you don't have amazing attackers there too, like we do in Genesis, let's say, Genesis is such a good clan that they're not even a feeder anymore. I mean, they're now their own 100 plus whirlwind clan, and it was such a good clan that when people get there, sometimes they don't want to leave. They're like, hey, I've never been in a clan like this. I love it. I want to stay. So if you can make that environment, absolutely, you're going to have success. You're going to have people that move up that are just beasts. You're going to have that clan turn into beasts themselves. However, if you can't create that environment, if it's going to be just the people that you don't want there, people get sick of that. They don't want to be there. No one wants to stay there, and it turns into a bad situation. So just be careful. Winston Wong. Jake, how do you have all this time? You have 2 daughters, run a YouTube channel that posts daily, and you still have time to reply to virtually every comment. I hope it never ends, but eventually it will when the people figure out how to 3-star. Man, I know what you mean. I don't have time, honestly, and I'm, who knows how long I can keep it up. Because again, as I said earlier, it's approaching 2 o'clock here. I'm still working on this, and I'll be up and going to work in the morning. So it is a stressful thing, and it takes a lot of time. But this is something that I know won't last forever. This is not a career path. This is not anything like that. It's something that I enjoy, and I feel like it's helping a lot of people and bringing a lot of people a lot of joy. I know that sounds weird, but games are a big part of a lot of people's lives, and it gives them escapes. Guys that have cancer, guys that are sick, that maybe just for 5 minutes or 10 minutes while they're watching the video, they don't think about that. And so that type of stuff, and people send me in the comments, hey, I'm having so much more fun with the game because I'm better at it. Anytime you're better at something, you enjoy it more. So that's what keeps me going, honestly. Who knows how long it'll last. I'll do my best. All right, let's try to get a few more in here. Adam Ikrabit. Jake, don't get me wrong, I love the channel. But how can you call one hive a quote Fairplay clan when apps used to quote visualize troop pathing and other apps are used to plan attacks? Also, do you think you could 3-star a max Town Hall 9 only using the app Clash of Clans? Man, this is and it's something that I think just trolls have put out there, and people are starting to take it and run with it, that somehow using a picture of a base and drawing on it, whether it be with an app or you draw on it, or your hand on a printed out picture, is somehow quote a third-party app. That's not. The term third-party app refers to something that directly affects the application, the game that you're playing. It alters it. None of those do that. We're simply using a visual aid to plan an attack. And yes, there is lots of times we 3-starred Town Hall 9s before we even started using these tools. It can be done. These just help. And it is not against terms of service. It's not against fair play policies. It's just, that's absurd. So I don't know what to say about that. Super Nikio 2. I'm 15 and I'm offended. He's referring to last time when I talked about the age demographic that tune into those other big YouTubers and how their attention spans are normally shorter. Don't be offended, man. I'm talking in generalities. Obviously, there's mature 15-year-olds and obviously there's immature 15-year-olds. You might be a mature one. That's why you're here at my channel. But the numbers, the average, the general for a kid your age is not what you are. So just be proud of that. Don't be offended. I didn't mean disrespect by it. Last one, Ali Reza Moini. I mean, you guys are killing me. Why doesn't Supercell approach at least one good war attacker to acknowledge the war community? Why does Supercell approach people who think 2 stars are greater than 3? I can only give you my opinion here. I think it's because of modding. I think they are so afraid to accidentally even support modding and stuff that's against their terms of service, that they just take the safe route and go with someone that they know this person is not doing it. They're not good enough. It's not a possibility. That could be wrong. That's just my guess. What else could it be? Why every other game out there supports the high level gameplay. This game doesn't. I can't explain it. That's my only guess. All right, guys, that is it. We are out of time. I hope you all enjoyed it. Until next time, Jake from One High, reminding you guys to suck less.